guys, and welcome back to John Shepherd Fitness. Another day, another resistance band workout. It's getting to that stage where they're not doing anything for me. Have I been training as much as I usually have? Nowhere near. I'm probably only doing 3 days a week, if that. You can tell by my face. It's got a bit of weight on my face now. Body's holding up, but as I can look in the camera now, my face does look a bit more puffier. So what is today's video about? It's about gyms opening up and some little insight that I found out. Some people probably know, but if you haven't been checking up on gyms and if they're opening up or not, you probably have not seen this, and I've got the information to tell you on how and when gyms are opening back up. I'm going to finish the rest of my workout and then I'll sit down and tell you what it's all about and when actually gyms are opening back up. And you changed all my perspective. Yes, in time you came, and I love it, I love it. It's so great to have in my life, make me feel so lucky, feel so lucky, yeah. It's so great to have in my life, make me feel so lucky, feel so lucky, yeah. Feel so lucky, yeah. Feel so lucky, yeah. Boris Johnson's 5-step plan. I'm releasing this video out today, so it will be before the actual 5 steps are announced. Watching this video, obviously you want to know when gyms are opening up. Do I actually know when gyms are opening up? No. It still has not been officially announced on when gyms are opening up. But I've got some information on when roughly gyms could open up, and I'm afraid to say it's not good news. If you are missing a gym like me and feeling like your motivation's gone down to the lowest level possible, I understand. I am in exactly the same position. It's not only not lifting the weights and doing what you usually do at the gym because you haven't got the weights to lift. It's that little bit of me time, the bit where you're getting out, you know, that hour and a half where you're enjoying yourself in a different atmosphere, you know, and we're losing out on actual something that we enjoy. I don't really agree with it in some ways, but I do in other ways, because obviously gyms are not the cleanest. There's a lot of germs, especially holding stuff, and also you forget about the social distancing part, you know, when gyms are busy, plus all the heavy breathing, the sweating, you know. There's a lot of germs that can be spread around in a gym, so I understand why gyms did get closed down, even if it's a small gym. But tomorrow Boris Johnson is laying down his 5-step plan for easing the lockdown, and like I said before, it's not good news for people who go to the gym, who love the gym, who are missing the gym. We are obviously copying other countries. Other countries are further in lockdown than us, you know, like Italy, Spain. Other countries are handling it a lot better than our country. Other countries are still free to do whatever they like Sweden. But we cannot do what other countries do. We cannot be the same as other countries. Different people, you know, we as British people are not the best on taking advice or on rules. You know, we do seem to cause a lot of trouble. Just for instance, football fans and all that lot, you know, always in fights. But tomorrow Boris Johnson will announce his 5-step plan, and I actually think I know what he's going to say. I'm not going to talk about the whole system because obviously this is for us about the gym. This is a video about the gym. I'm not going to go through the whole list, but I found it on the internet last night about other people other countries who have had a 5-step plan put into place, and I found the island. I've chosen this one because it is across the sea from us. It's not that far. Obviously they probably communicate with us and they're probably going to follow. We have followed steps from obviously abroad like Italy and Spain, but as Ireland have not actually had quite a serious breakout in the virus, they are now easing the lockdown and they've released their 5-step plan. It goes through certain dates in the next few months of what's coming out, what's being eased up, what's reopening, and I'm afraid to say on their plan it is autumn time when gyms are allowed open again. It is followed with pubs and nightclubs, something where there's lots of social gathering together, and you're looking around October time before even gyms are allowed to be open, unless some amazing thing happens where we find a cure for it or the cases go completely down to zero, but that's not really going to happen. The more testing's being done now, so more cases, so it's going to be more deaths. I work in retail. I have noticed that a lot of people now are coming out. There is a lot of people shopping at the moment. I don't know if it's like that everywhere. Let me know if you go to shopping or that. I see a lot of people coming out, and it probably will ease up a little bit over next week, because where I work, it sells a bit of everything: hardware, gardening, food, and I heard that B&Q and Home Base and all the hardware shops and all the flower shops and gardening shops will be reopening next week, so that will give people to go somewhere else. I don't know if it's a good idea because it could cause more mass spread. We'll just have to find out. As long as they keep the social distancing apart, which is, I have to admit, is impossible. People do not listen, and you can only do what you can do. You know, you can't control people. You know, why would risk your own life to go and tell somebody else to stop doing something that you're supposed to do to stop spreading the disease? But on the planning island, their step for reopening gyms is in autumn time. They haven't actually put a date on it, but it's going to be autumn time. It could be September, it could be the end of August, it could be October. It all depends on how the cases and the virus coming down, or if it's not, then they won't reopen. Pure Gym owner stated that he wants to open gyms. He says that we can cope with the virus, we can separate equipment, we can do all this, but the only trouble about this is, can they do that? Because my gym, I'm at the gym group, which is basically the same as Pure Gym, and they separated everything, and it was being looked after and managed really well. The people do not want to go to the gym. You have certain people who want to go to the gym, like the people who love going to the gym, they need to go to the gym. And then you got the people who are like, oh, well, you know what, I don't need to really go to the gym. I go to the gym because it's something to do. They won't go to the gym just to keep fit. They will probably keep fit by doing exercises at home. But I'm afraid to say the gyms will not be opening up soon. They will not be opening this weekend. They will not be opening next week. And this is going to be quite hard for people. I know it's going to be hard for a lot of people who I follow and they follow me, especially the ones who go in competitions, because I cannot see anybody competing this year. It would be pointless, and you won't be looking as good, as nowhere near as good as if you have been training for the last 3 months in a gym. You have got not the weights, obviously some people have the weights, but still, even home gyms, unless you've got like a 20-30 grand home gym, you still only have the basics. You might have a squat rack, you might have a bench, but still there is a lot of things that can stop you from getting to that peak physique. And what would it we and what's the point? You might as well stop now, keep on maintaining, or have a bulk until next year, get bigger, you know, enjoy the rest, so your body's actually healing if you've got any strains, and just have to wait for next year. I'm afraid to say, I mean, I'm gutted. Time next week, Body Power would be open and I would be there. I would be 1 week out. So next week I'm going to be doing a mini cut for a week. I'm going to pretend I'm going to that show, and then on the Saturday video I'm going to do my men's physique pose and all that lot, and pretend I was at the actual show. Obviously I'm not going to be in good a shape as then, but I'm going to do a mini cut from starting from Monday. I'm going to go through it every single day, telling you what I'm eating and how I'm doing. Hopefully I'm going to ask Curtis to help me out with this little mini series, what you eat on a mini cut, you know, what you eat on a peak week, and just something different, you know, just something to hopefully give some people some motivation, you know. Just because we're not doing the things we want to do, it doesn't mean we can't do them, you know. It's hard, it's really, really hard. I'm struggling at the moment. I suppose everybody else is struggling. The thing I heard in the news was about, can PTs, personal trainers, train people at the gym they are working, you know, one-on-one. They obviously can get into the gym and they train the clients that hour, and then obviously write down all the equipment, what they've used. Personally, I think it's good in some ways, but bad in other ways. Yes, it's good because you're getting money for the personal trainers. They're keeping in work and it's helping people to stay fit. The only trouble about that is they could get swarmed by people who don't want a personal trainer. They just want to use the personal trainer just so they can get into the gym. They'll be paying the personal trainer to use the gym, and I could see a lot of fiddling going around where there'll be mates where they're saying, right, I'm a personal trainer, I can get you into the gym, you know, you pay me 40 quid and you can come and train in the gym for an hour. And that's the only trouble, you know. Do you really want to spend 30, 40 pounds for an hour to go to the gym? It's just, you know, it's not worth it, you know. At this time I wouldn't pay £40 to go to a gym. I mean, you gotta think you could get some dumbbells for 40 quid, you know. Obviously some people are still probably going to gym. I wish I owned a gym because I'd be happy now, but I've even tried to ask some of the local gym places around my area if they are renting weights, you know, and heard nothing from them. I don't think people are wanting to rent their weights out to even members or nothing, which I think would have been a good idea, you know, especially if you're trying to make money at this time. You could rent your dumbbells, a certain set of dumbbells or something like that, put in a deposit, so, you know, obviously you're a member as well, and you've got to pay a membership or keep on paying the membership, or pay a deposit, and yeah, use some dumbbells. If somebody's really struggling with weights like me at the moment, I could go and hire a pair of 30k dumbbells or two 20k plates. I mean, two 20k plates for me now would be absolutely brilliant. And if anybody hasn't got any of them spare and wants to give me some, you know, or just let me use them, I will willingly pay for the postage and packaging for it, and it would be great. I'll give you a shout out on my next video, you know. If anybody does want to do something like that, you know, to help me out, then I'll be grateful. Anyway, I thought I'd tell you this little bit of information of gyms because we need to know, you know. And Sunday is going to be quite interesting and see what he actually does for the lockdown. I might be wrong, you know, but what I've heard from is from newspapers, and they seem to know quite a lot. They seem to get the insight of certain things. Obviously, I also got the information off Ireland's website, where it actually states their 5-step lockdown, and usually they follow in suit, and it looks like we're not going to see gyms opening up for a long time unless we find some sort of cure for this disease or vaccination so we can't catch it, then it would be absolutely, doesn't make any difference. We would all be allowed open because we could just take the drug and we won't get it. Anyway, let me know on your thoughts about this and how you're coping with no gym. You know, are you feeling okay, or are you missing the gym completely like me? Please give me a like and subscribe if you are new to this channel. I will see you tomorrow with another video, which is going to be a resistance band workout, but it's going to be every single exercise you can do with a resistance band. Let's go!